Hey guys, it's me, Tikaani, and today we're diving nose first into the bizarre yet fascinating world of Jeremy Fragrance. Jeremy Fragrance, the self-proclaimed fragrance god, whose real name is Daniel, was born February 5th, 1989, in Oldenburg, Germany. From 2008 to 2010, he was part of an unsuccessful German boy band named Part 6, which churned out dance pop music tracks like Wantya and Drive So Far, which I obviously won't be including for copyright reasons. But yeah, if you want to listen to some singing of Jeremy Fragrance, he was in the Part 6 band. In 2011, Jeremy briefly joined the Golden Circle Music Project and released a solo music piece called All of Me. While studying industrial engineering, Jeremy would model and dance on the side, and that became his passion. I mean, he is a pretty good dancer. Just check out these moves. In 2014, Jeremy made the shift to YouTube, focusing on fragrance reviews. And this transition wasn't just a career change. It was a complete reinventation. He really took on the persona of Jeremy Fragrance. Jeremy had two channels, one in German and one in English, and they both exploded in popularity, with 200,000 followers and 2.5 million followers respectively. By 2022, Jeremy began focusing on TikTok and Instagram, amassing another 10 million and 3.5 million followers. In 2018, Jeremy received the Fifi Award from the Fragrance Foundation for his best perfume vlog titled 5 Reasons to Wear Fragrances. Unfortunately, I looked up this vlog and I couldn't find it, so I don't know if he changed the title to something else or if he removed it entirely. Either way, if you find it, send it to me because I want to see what masterpiece won a Fifi Award. I mean, talk about the highest honor. The Fragrance Foundation is basically the Oscars of fragrance. It's been held in New York City since 1973, and it must have been an honor for him to receive such a exciting reward. Although, when I looked up his reward, I couldn't find his photo in the 2018 archive of the Fragrance Foundation, but I did find photos of him in the 2019 archive of Fragrance Foundation, but all the sources I found said 2018, so I'm just gonna continue saying 2018. So how did this self-proclaimed fragrance god garner such recognition? Jeremy's presence extended beyond social media. He's made appearances on German TV shows like Late Night Berlin, Worldwide Wohnzimmer, The Dome, and Big Brother Promi. I don't recognize any of those except for Big Brother, to be honest, so I looked more into Big Brother, and apparently he was on the 10th season and voluntarily left on day 6. After leaving Big Brother, there was a documentary that followed Jeremy titled Jeremy Fragrance Number 1, From Promi Big Brother Back into the World, which followed Jeremy as he left Big Brother and went back into the world, as you can probably guess from the title. Unfortunately, I also couldn't find this documentary, so all I have to go on is a couple German articles talking about it, which I had Google translate for me, because I can't read German yet, unfortunately. Apparently, the documentary focused on his first 48 hours back into the real world after departing Big Brother. When they started filming, he declared, and I quote, "I am the most extreme. I am the best. I am number 1 in my discipline, and I am taking you into my everyday life." The documentary followed Jeremy as he explored his hometown, his childhood, and the impact of his parents' divorce. He called his hometown basically the Bronx of Oldenburg, and shared stories of his brother protecting him from his father's abuse. This vulnerability, juxtaposed with his bombastic persona, adds a layer of complexity to his image. Jeremy also appeared on an interview with Leroy Matata on his YouTube channel, which was also in German, so I had to translate that as well. But in the top comments, they talk a lot about how Jeremy just keeps talking over Leroy, and that Jeremy kept answering questions that weren't asked. They discuss things like Jeremy's perfume Kickstarter, and how he wanted to raise 25,000 euros, but ended up raising over $800,000 in just 90 days. Jeremy also talks about the importance of self-improvement and avoiding negative influences, such as eating poorly or consuming mindless content on the TV. I don't imagine he'll be watching this video anytime soon, is what I'm saying. Jeremy also discussed that he was a second-place person in his early life, and now he's number 1. He talks about his strict daily routine and waking up super early, and then going to bed at 7 p.m. to maximize his productivity. I personally don't understand that because I'm a night owl, so my productivity comes right before I go to bed. Then I wear myself out, and then I sleep for 12 hours. So, you know, normal stuff. Jeremy, you wouldn't understand. Jeremy also discussed his faith and how important it is to him, as well as talking about how he's combating Alzheimer's by writing and brushing with his non-dominant hand. He also talks about the importance of self-belief and finding something one's passionate about, which I guess for Jeremy is fragrance. Jeremy also says that he doesn't do drugs, but he features a cocaine style of presenting because it gets him clicks and attention. He says that he makes a ton of money by fooling around and acting like an idiot on the internet. His words. I didn't call him an idiot. Jeremy states that he doesn't even drink alcohol, and he's just really intense and ethically cool. I'm still trying to decipher what ethically cool means, so if you know that, let me know in the comments, because I don't know what ethically cool means. But I guess Jeremy is it. So now that we know Jeremy Fragrance, and all this background information that I could find on him, let's dive into some of his interesting videos. I told you Jeremy was a quirky fella. I don't really know why he's putting his butthole on the wall, but he is. So that's, you know, pretty quirky. I love that someone commented and said, I don't think that's Jesus's teachings. You never know what Jeremy will do next time. Another thing I thought was kind of quirky of Jeremy, after he received the Consumer Choice Vlog award, he decided to charm everyone by dropping to the floor and doing 10 one-handed push-ups. Which, to be honest, if I could do a one-handed push-up, I'd probably be whipping that bad boy out all the time too. And in case you were interested in pursuing Mr. Fragrance, he does have an email that you can reach out to. But he is looking for a Christian woman that is under 32 years old. So if you're 33 or not Christian, I'm sorry, you don't make it. Now, I don't know how many emails of these are real, but apparently he got 4,000 emails from participants. Now, I did say Jeremy was a good dancer, but that is not showcased here. Okay, this is not Jeremy being a good dancer. I'm sorry, he's just humping the air or something. So that's, you know, that's pretty cool. I love that they're spraying him with fragrance as well. Very Jeremy Fragrance of him. And here is another video of him dancing with a banana, a bunch of bananas. A banana bunch, if you will. So, you know, there's that. One of my favorite videos is him just riding his bicycle in his bedroom. I don't know why. Like, I want to know what the story of this is. At first I thought he was pantless, but guys, don't worry, he's just in his whitey tighties, and he's just riding his bike to the other side of the room, as you do. I mean, you know, what's the quickest way to get to your fridge? Ride a bicycle to it, obviously. And here is a close-up of Mr. Jeremy Fragrance, as he judges you for not wearing fragrance. Me neither. I just put on deodorant. I'm not a fragrance person. Perfumes are something, you know. They all smell exactly the same. It's a little uncomfortable looking into Jeremy's eyes, to be honest. But they're like the ocean, so they are very pretty. And here is Jeremy with Cutout Jeremy. And this is what I was talking about. Like, he's a really good dancer. Look at them. Look at that footwork. I wish I could dance like that, but alas, I cannot. I am not coordinated. I could barely walk around my house, so, without hitting a wall. And here is Jeremy presenting one of his friend's fragrances, which I actually love the way this fragrance bottle looks because it looks like an axe and it has 2 different smells in it, so that's pretty cool. But he's showing off this like fragrance company that like makes these really dope fragrances. So they got the axe and then they got this horse one, which is pretty nice, and he says that they smell good. I don't know. But look at all these fragrances in the background. Like holy Macintosh. And look at this one. This one's pretty cool too, but not as cool as the axe. I think the axe was my favorite. But this man collects fragrances. This is his passion. And I think it's really cool that he found this passion for himself. And here is another lovely video of Mr. Jeremy Fragrance. I don't know if you guys saw that, but something fell off of his shelf. A couple things, actually. A couple fragrances just fell off of his shelf. And he still continued on with his fragrance review. And honestly, I love his dedication to reviewing his fragrance. Nothing stops him. Not fragrances breaking and falling on the floor. And not a tonsil stone. Not a tonsil stone shooting out of his mouth. I'll include the video of his tonsil stone just shooting out of his mouth and him still just continuing on. I mean, that's some dedication there, friend, and that's pretty cool. Love that for He is also a wonderful cook, as you can see with his concerned face and his unseasoned beef. It doesn't even smell good apparently because he looks devastated sniffing that. He looks so sad. Why do you look so sad, Jeremy? Why do you look so sad? If you add a little salt in that bad boy, it will help. It'll make it taste okay. No salt. Okay. Here he is eating frankincense, like incense right out the bag. I don't really know what frankincense is, but the bag is labeled frankincense, guys. Well, no, it's labeled incense, but he titled his post as frankincense. So it's frankincense, and he's just eating frankincense. I didn't even know you could do that. Like, they look like little rocks, and man's is just shoving it all in his mouth. Maybe it wasn't a tonsil stone that shot out. What if it was one of these bad boys? And Jeremy does indeed want a girlfriend.
So I'm looking for a girlfriend. You must be
be under 32.
And you must be under 32. I was thinking 35, but let's say under 32. And I've created a specific email called girlfriend@jeremyfragrance.com. So
it's girlfriend@jeremyfragrance.com. So if you're interested in being Jeremy Fragrance's girlfriend and you're under 32, send him an email. If that's something you want to do. I'm not judging, you know. Maybe you like a man that likes fragrance. You know, I obviously have to show you this because it is an absolute honor to get kissy-faced by Mr. Jeremy Fragrance as he sprays, let's say, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 cologne spritzes on his neck, which is 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. 11. 11 11 cologne spritzes. Which I say, if you have to spray yourself 11 times, I think your cologne's bad. Like, shouldn't it, you only need to spray, like, once on the neck and then once on your wrist and then, like, rub your wrists together or something like that? I don't know. I don't wear fragrances. I am not Jeremy Fragrance. Another one of the videos of his that I quite enjoy is Mr. Fragrance struggling to light a match. I don't know why this is so funny to me, but he just looks so confused. And then I don't even know if he gets it. He doesn't even get it. No! He's trying to match. Hold on, here it comes. Oh god, Jeremy Fragrance, you're gonna kill me. Why is that so funny? I don't know. And here is Jeremy Fragrance with his pretty kitty.
Come to you. She just comes to you because she likes you after a while. My fragrance of the day is something from Superz, a mixture of different
That poor
fragrances
cat's
from
like,
them.
not the
Thank
fragrance,
you for the
chat.
invite to Budapest.
But I will say, like, it's not often you could see someone hold a cat like that and snuggle with them, right? Like, cats will do their own thing. They will get out if they don't want to be held by you. So, like, it was actually kind of sweet seeing him hold the cat. Like, you guys are gonna look at this and you're gonna tell me that this isn't sweet. Look at the cat. He's so cute. I love that the second he starts talking about the fragrance, the cat tries to go away. And here is Jeremy with Nutella.
I have to do it.
He has to do it, guys.
Oh. I'm surprised that nobody brought out a Nutella fragrance, man. Power! This thing smells so good. It smells better than every fragrance on the market and smells better than every food and tastes better than any food on the market. I love this, but I don't eat it.
Jeremy says that he loves the smell of Nutella, but he doesn't eat it, guys. He doesn't eat poorly. Remember, that's something we learned earlier. You know, your body is a temple, and he doesn't eat poorly, but he's not above sniffing a jar of Nutella. And, you know, I don't blame him. Sometimes you just gotta get a good whiff, if you will. It's Jeremy Fragrance being a thirsty fella. And I love that he just barely gets some water and it shuts off. like, honestly, I really have a lot of trouble. What I was gonna say is, like, I have a lot of trouble with the water that, like, you turn on by, like, hovering your hand near it. It never registers my hand, and it is so frustrating. And I'll go to, like, multiple sinks. I'll just go to the next sink and see if that one works. And then I have to watch in defeat as the people that were queuing behind me use all the sinks that just didn't work for me, but for some reason work for everybody else. So that's, you know, that's fun. So I understand this, Jeremy. I completely get the the drinking of the water that's not coming out. And, like, honestly, it just kills me that he gets, like, one in and it just shuts off. Poor guy. I don't think you're supposed to drink out of these. I think it's just... But his little spin saves the day. You know, if anything, Jeremy is gonna look cool if he if he can't get some water. I mean, this guy is ethically cool, remember? And then here is another of my Mr. Jeremy Fragrance. He quite likes to show off his tongue, which I think is kind of funny. And, like, this is what I mean. He's just so quirky. Like, what is this? What even is this video? Why was he trying to push the soap dispenser with his chin? Like, why? And his forehead. Like, why did this happen? Like, it's just... what? Oh, Jeremy. And my last video to show you guys is Mr. Jeremy brushing his teeth. He's No, Jeremy, not the floor toothpaste. Brother, no, I didn't even see that part. Brother, no. What? No, Jeremy. What is this? No, I thought he was just gonna. I didn't know he picked it up off the ground. Okay, I know that some of y'all follow the 5-second rule. No, nope, 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 no, no, that's not. Your feet are down there. And I know you're raw dogging. I know he's walking around raw dogging his feet around the house. We've seen the evidence, y'all. We've seen it, okay? So I know that he is raw dogging his toesies. Look at this. You're gonna tell me that this man isn't raw dogging those feet around his house? And he's gonna put that toothpaste in his mouth? No, brother. Absolutely not. Well, that's all of the videos that I saved of him. But he has plenty more on his Instagram and TikTok and everywhere. As far as I know, Jeremy doesn't seem like a terrible guy. He's just a little quirky, and he really loves fragrances. In my opinion, it doesn't matter if he's presenting himself in a cocaine style, and if it's real or if that's just a persona that he puts on for his YouTube channel. Because either way, he's not really hurting anybody, and he's just presenting his fragrance at many, many, many fragrances. There are tons of people that lie on the internet, and Jeremy seems pretty open about it in interviews. So I'm inclined to believe that maybe he actually doesn't do the snow. From boy band to fragrance god, it's a wild ride. He knows how to get attention, that's for sure. In a world of social media, where everyone's trying to stand out, Jeremy definitely found his own way. And if it works for him and he's happy, that's cool. Love that for you, bud. Keep sniffing those fragrances and reviewing them. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below what you thought and think of Jeremy Fragrance. Are there any details that I missed that you guys think I should have talked about? Is there some spooky thing about Mr. Fragrance that just wasn't uncovered in my surface level deep dive? If so, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys!